It is stated that thou shalt not commit adultery in all three versions of the Ten Commandments. This is a moral law that I see violated with great frequency everywhere on your earth. I must confine my observations to the religions espousing this commandment because so many cultures spread throughout your earth view extrasexual activity through multiple spouses and multiple partners as acceptable. I observe that even within societies that do not condone this behavior, they tolerate this lifestyle for those who choose to practice it. Let me as Creator state clearly the word concerning this issue. I have made mankind and all my creatures to be sexual beings, and it is not impure to share the pleasures of the body with others. However, at this stage of man's development on earth, entering into sexual liaisons outside the marriage is dangerous to the mental and physical well-being of all involved. I must condemn this practice in the strongest manner. I would go so far as to agree with your commandments and say the harm this adultery can cause to families and individuals is justification by itself to call the act immoral. No matter how open-minded you may profess to be, your sharing of this greatest of intimacies with multiple partners outside your own marriage is wrong. This can create jealousy, a strong bond with someone other than your spouse, or a myriad of other unforeseen problems that could only end badly. As a test of your own morality, ask yourself if you would want someone to covet your spouse, steal from you, or kill you. If the answer to these questions is yes, then there has been an anomaly in your development because this was never the intended behavior I have fashioned for my creations. Your golden rule is a universal virtue, one I have programmed into the development of my creations on earth. It is so basic and important for sustaining life and maintaining order on earth that I was not willing to allow the risk of evolution's slow pace to delay its appearance. It is evident from the teachings of most of your religions on earth that this universal moral truth is basic to all as follows. The Baha'u'llah stated in Gleanings 66:8, ascribe not to any soul which thou wist not have ascribed to thee, and say not that which thou doest not. Blessed is he who preferreth his brother before himself. The New Testament proclaims, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Matthew 7:12. The fourth hadith of An-Nawawi 13 reveals, not one of you is a believer until you wish for others what you wish for yourself. The rabbis teach from the Old Testaments, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. Leviticus 19:18. Confucius, when asked to make known the one word by which to conduct one's life, he responded, it is the word shu, reciprocity. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. The Doctrine of Man 13:3. 4 million of your Earth's inhabitants living today in the country called India follow Jainism. Lord Mahavira in 24 Tirthankara proclaimed, in happiness and suffering, the joy and grief, we regard all creatures as we regard our own self. Ron L. Hubbard, founding of a relatively new religion called Scientology on Earth during your 20th century. In his publication, The Way to Happiness, Hubbard extends his support for the Golden Rule by writing, "Try not to do things to others that you would not like them to do to you. Try to treat others as you want them to treat you." Without belaboring the point more than I have, it is clearly apparent that all religions and all belief systems hold this treatment for others as paramount in safeguarding our own survival. Cooperation, not conflict. This is my way. It is a basic truth known by all religions and all cultures from the beginning of human life on earth, and yet conflict continues to manifest throughout your history. Why must so many be so ignorant to the obvious universal truth? According to those of you who follow the ways of Hinduism, in order to be a virtuous person, you must refrain from the 6 deadly vices: kama, or lust, krodha, anger, labha, greed, moha, gluttony, mada, wantonness and lust, and matsaya, jealousy. Again, it is amazingly similar to the 7 deadly sins of pride, envy, anger, greed, lust, sloth, and gluttony that appear throughout your Christian literature. The final word on morality. My creations are basically the same in their thinking, creativity, physical abilities, and all other measurable variables. The fact that some people excel over others in some aspects of endeavor is more a factor of their culture and environment than anything else. What is practiced and what is glorified in a given society will result in high levels of achievement. I want all that hear the word to fully understand that the teachings of your religions in regard to morality are right and true. This truism exists whether or not your faith in me as creator, or your belief in one God, many gods, or nature itself constitutes your belief system. The Golden Rule is a universal truism, and those who offend the spirit of this rule offend my intended way for treating other people.